So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Play action. It's Goff. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
If you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report from these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the 1st. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
The throw over the middle taken in. All the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 70 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Off-play action. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Out of the gun, Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you're always worried about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They run. It's Williams. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's right. And he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Goff. And he's got it. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Gibbs, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6. Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And he's only able to get to right around the 3. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
He's got a man complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now a 2nd and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They'll try the air now with Goff. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Now Goff. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have the Lions first down with ease as they'll wind up getting 9 there on 4th and 5. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Goff. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Goff looking to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back with a field goal. Three-quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
On third down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Courtland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for right, and he finds him. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Play action. It's gone. Complete. This is Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Goff now looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Josey Jewell. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now it's Wilson. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. John Kaminsky in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. St. Brown on the catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. Wilson wants to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Here's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Goff on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Now he's free at the 35. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7,